Hey, what's up, my true seekers? How are you guys doing? Happy blessed Sunday. I was supposed to start at 4 o'clock, but just like I say, these people, when it comes to love and marriage in Huntsville, they are the gift that's keep on ticking, okay? I don't know what's going on with Martell and Melanie, but like I said, this is getting messier by today, okay? Wow, I just can't believe it. Like I said there, say this is the gift that's keep on ticking. These people are divorced, guys, but look like they just let me see if I can go ahead and pull this up because Martell he is dropping, as I say, some lightning bolts. This is something, and I ain't gonna tell you no lie, guys. I saw all this right here in a dream. I saw all this right here in the dream. How are you doing, Phil of Grace? Welcome to my channel, guys. Make sure you go ahead and hit like, comment, and share these videos for more unapologetic content. But I wish I would have came out of with this right here first before Martell had came on, because I sit there and say these people, they are fighting too hard. These people are fighting with, so are fighting. So something got to be about this. And I'm gonna read this along with you guys because you know how I am. I did not read this. I wanted to come straight to social media, come live before I go ahead and read these receipts, which I see is already posted by other bloggers. Because like I said, when it comes to these people, trust me, I don't know if they doing this because we all know that next week Love and Marriage in Huntsville is coming on, so maybe they just dropping all this tea, and because like I said, drama sells. So guys, let me see if I can go ahead and read some of this stuff. And like I said, I am reading this along with you guys. But Martell, man, he dropped some stuff. He have dropped some stuff. Let me go ahead and read this right here, right quick, guys. But before I continue with my live, make sure you go ahead and hit like, comment, and share these videos for more unapologetic content. Phil, not yet. I'm gonna go ahead and check it. I think you had put it under my other email, and I usually don't check that much, but I'm gonna go ahead and check it, and I'm gonna see exactly what you're talking about. But this right here is coming from Martell Holts, guys. Martell Holts. Wow, he have dropped some lightning bolts, and I'm not talking about the type of lightning bolts that what's his name, Solar Carbonation say he dropped. This right here is some tea. Let me see if I can go ahead and pull this up so you guys can see exactly what I am talking about. Yes, indeed. This right here is too much. Well, Martell had took to social media and he had said, who was watching the kids when you got pregnant twice and had to. What is that trying to say, guys? Wow, this is too much. And guys, if you're just tuning in, happy blessed Sunday. Wow, when you leave out of here, we all might need some holy water because this is too much. These people, like I said, they cannot sit there and act like two adults and square this, behind closed doors because their kids are watching this. Their kids are watching this mess. Martell say, who was watching the kids when you got pregnant twice and had to? Wow. My God, what does that tell you? What did that tell you? Come on, guys. Who was watching the kids when you got pregnant twice and had to? Why didn't Melanie, and I'm going to say allegedly, because this is one side. Melanie got to come back, which we know she will, and tell her side. But somewhere is going to lie the truth. Was Melanie, and I'm just saying, this is my opinion. You throw it out, you free game. And like I said, in here, I stand on my truth. I stand on my truth. Now, what is Martell is talking about? Let me see if I can go ahead and give you a better picture, because like I said, when it comes to Martell stuff, Martell will easily put it up there, and then before you know it, Martell will go ahead and take it off. So let me see if I can go ahead and post the receipts before I continue with my commentary. Guys, if you just came in, make sure you go ahead and hit like, comment, and share these videos for more unapologetic content. Because in here, trust me, we eat meat and we leave no rocks unturned. Only grown folks in here. And one thing about me, I do not sugarcoat it, honey. I'm going to call it like it is. And if you want some tickled ears, somebody that's going to water down something, then you got to go to them, because in here, trust me, ain't no watered down commentary at all. But let me see if I can go ahead and pull this up. If not, that's okay. I'll pull it up later, because this right here is just too much. This is entirely too much. Let me see if I can pull this up. Yeah, I got it. Let me pull this up right here, because this is too much. This is too much. Now, this is what Martell said. He said, who? Let me read it again. I just got to read it again because this is too much. But I had a feeling something was going on. Something was going on. Who was watching the kids when you got pregnant twice? These people going to have a lot to answer for when they sit there and they meet God. And they're going to have a lot to answer for. I mean, just taking babies and just bringing them into the slaughterhouse. Now, you know good and well that's not of God. It says, who was watching the kids when you were performing fellatio? I guess that's what it is. It's got L-E-L-L and all these extracts and L in 6 to 7 years ago, and go on the reunion and say, I can't remember. Yeah, I remember that. Carlos King had to also call that out. Who don't remember that? Who wouldn't remember you going doing some stuff like this? And you guys, I don't even have to come out and say it, because this right here, this is messy. Lord have mercy. This is too much. And the thing about it is that their kids are watching all this. Like I said, you have to realize this is the price of fame, the nature of the beast. Who was watching the kids when you were taking the flight to DC with the same end? And I know, Melanie, this is what Martell just showed us right now. This guy, and I went ahead and blocked his face, but I know Melanie could do a little bit of it better than that, if that's the guy he's talking about. Then come back to me being a pro. We were done. Then if I had known all that you did before we even struck a TV deal, I talked about all this. Like I told you guys, I see it in the spirit. I see all this in the spirit, even though I need to take my energy and elevate it somewhere else. But like I told you guys, if I can take the foolish things of this world to conform the wise, take this mess and turn it into the message. That's why I didn't say too much, because I knew this stuff was coming out. I saw it already in the spirit. It says, then let me read it again. Then come back to me being a pro who were done. Then if I had known all that you did before we even struck a TV deal, because see, everybody's talking about this TV deal and talking about how Melanie had gave everybody a job. Melanie, and like I say, in here, I'm team right. They even said it last year on the reunion that Melanie lied, told these people that this was something else, that they thought that they was going to come together being some kind of doing some business stuff, like that's what what's his name? Marcel said he thought they was coming on to, talk about their business, black entrepreneurs. That's why he signed up the deal, not knowing that Melanie has something else in mind. But like I said, I'm reading this right here along with you guys. So I'm just, like I said, this is shocking right now to me. Okay, where am I? Let me read it again. Then come back to me being a pro. We were done. Then if I had known all that you did before we even struck a TV deal, then gonna take my infidelity to TV for a freaking storyline. You already knew that, Martell. You knew that. You knew when Melanie sat there and took you. You talked about that, told you guys that you all was coming back together because Melanie was living in her apartment. Then all of a sudden, Melanie wanted to go ahead and pitch this TV deal, which I talked about all this. Like I say, you know why they strikes all my videos, because I have a spirit of discernment. I knew that this right here, Melanie only came back. And I could post a guy picture, but I'm not going to do it because I know the guy. I promise you, my friend knows the guy that talked to Melanie, that introduced Melanie to these people. And that's facts. But this right here, guys, this Martell, this all Martell right here. But Martell is saying that Melanie used him, which we already know. Melanie said there she not only used, according to Martell, him, but also the rest of the cast members. Okay, and that's why they sitting there. They about to light it up. Next week, guys, it's going to be interesting. And I'm going to be right there with my holy water. Because, honey, like I say, I could take this mess and turn it to a message. It says, then going to take my infidelity to TV for a freaking storyline. Stupid. Played me. But don't mention nothing, you low down dirty. Now, you know I don't curse. AZZ. He said AZZ did. Called his freaking ex-wife a low down dirty, you know what. Now you got the entire country looking at me like if was all me when you played an even bigger part. Wow. But like I said, the truth gonna always find its way back home. The truth will find its way back home. And you're gonna know who is the ones that's doing all this lying. And then it says, I'm not done. Who was watching the kids when you were with our attorney? Who was watching the kids when you were sleeping with my frat brothers? Who was watching the kids when you were sleeping with someone I knew personally? All while married. I'm a hoe because I was sleeping with one person. Nope. You are for having a roster, a list running over. Wow. Did you guys hear this? Did you guys hear this? Martell sat there and say, Melanie, and this is Martell. And like I said, I'm going to say allegedly. You put it out. Trust me, you are free game. Martell said that Melanie was messing with their attorney, his frat brothers. Wow. And a list of many more, even his friends. Wow, that's a lot right there. That's a lot. That is a lot. That is a lot. Let me read the next one. But guys, I'm not going to tell you no lie. Like I said, in here, we eat meat. And I take this foolish stuff to confirm the wise. I saw all this right here in the spirit. I saw all this in the spirit. And that's why they want my videos to be taken down, because you see, I see things. And I saw this. I saw all this was going to come out like this. I saw it. But like they say, when you dig one ditch, you better make sure that you dig another one. And that's why I was not no Martell team, and I was not no Melanie team. I'm team right. I am team right. I am team right when it comes to stuff like this. But let me go ahead and read the next one. Let me read the next one. Let me read the next one. It says, how I found out about the 24 babysitters. My parenting would never allow me to bribe my kids. Didn't I tell you guys that? I told you guys that. Didn't I tell you guys that? I told you guys that. I told you guys that yesterday, and I told you guys before. I say these kids are very smart, articulate kids. Ain't no outsiders are telling Martell about all these different babysitters. I know, because I'm an advocate for kids. I know what's going on. These kids talk, and these kids tells the truth. They got all that information from their kids. They got all that information from their kids. Kids talk, guys. And like I say, I'm reading this right here, and I don't know what's next myself, because like I say, I wants to be excited just like you guys. You know, I don't know what's on here. I just want to be excited with you guys. I had posted a picture of Melanie and this guy, which I did block him out. Let me see if I can go ahead and put it back up, so when I tell my story, you guys can see exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, let me read this again. It says, how I found out about the 24 babysitters. My parenting would never allow me to bribe my kids. I'm their father, not a cop. I don't play that crap. My kids are kids around me. If I ask a question, they're going to answer. Bribery, belt. No, he doesn't do that. The prior weekend, the kids shared with me how afraid they were in a hotel being babysit by two college kids, two college girls, people that most likely Melanie may have known them, but the kids didn't. So, like I say, guys, I don't care how you all wants to make somebody look bad. We don't know these people from a can of paint. We do not know these people from a can of paint. We looking from the outside in. And sometimes it's best to let people, especially these YouTube bloggers. I was watching a YouTube blogger today, had a panel of people dragging, emasculating Martell Holts. And not only that, this blogger had someone to come on the panel talking about Melanie and Martell child penis. Do you hear me? I was sick to my stomach, where I wanted to go on that latest platform and say, why are you talking about Melanie and Martell Holt's child penis, saying that Martell is jealous because his son penis is bigger than his? Did you hear this? And I hope that Martell get a hold of that video and strike it down and report that video, because kids should be off limits. I mean, grown people, grown women that was hiding behind the computer, didn't even show their face. And I don't have a problem showing my face, trust me. But these people were sitting there not only emasculating this black man, also dragging their child, a son, in the mix, talking about the son penis, comparing it to his father. How low can you go? These some demons, some demonic spirits that we are dealing with. And like I said, I'm glad that Martell allowed them trolls to talk as much as they want. Let them see all this stuff and then going through receipts. This right here is some lightning bolts, because I'm pretty sure if this is not true, Melanie could go and get Martell for defamation of character. from lying on her and those children. And I'm pretty sure that these kids, just like I told you guys, had reported all this to their father, saying that they was afraid because Melanie had two college girls babysitting her kids just for fame. You consider that as sacrificing your kids because you don't know who those people can be. You can't trust anyone with your kids just because you want to go on the road and you sit there and all of a sudden you feel like you can go out there and be an entertainer. Someone say you can sing, which we already heard that. Is it worth you sitting there putting your kids in jeopardy? Come on, guys. Come on. It says right here, because their mom was busy. That's cool. They said the fire alarm went off and they didn't know what to do. My youngest was crying from there. I asked all the questions, but peach cobbler sounds great. Melanie Holts keep talking. Wow. Wow. Had two college kids babysitting these kids when the fire alarm came off and those children was scared. Now, this is according to Martell Holtz. And right here it said, I was a good dad until we divorced. And I have a recording. I wanted to play all that because I did record it all that when Melanie had called her husband up when they was at some event and talked about, how Martell is a good father and how Martell helps her with all of her business adventures and things that she's involved in. Now, all of a sudden, they divorce. He's the scum of the earth. Being with you didn't make me a good father. Being a good father is just who I am. You didn't have time for me and the kids while we were married, same as now, the reason for 24 babysitters. We don't own each other. We don't owe each other anything but to be good co-parents. I agree to that one. And guys, like I said, I am team right. You're right, LB. They both need to get off of social media. And the reason why is because the kids are old enough and they see all this. And not only that, we got grown folks, grown people acting like children, all involved in these people's mess. And trust me, Huntsville is a very small town. These kids sat there and hear their parents talking about this and gonna run to the school and confront Melanie and Martell kids about that. All you guys doing, these grown folks is doing, is messing up these children. But let me go ahead and continue on. And it says, Martell went on and says, if our kids are with you all the time, I wouldn't have you in court for allowing over 24 people to watch them. Very scary situation. Somebody let this woman know that other people have facts too. I already said that. We have whole court coming up that says that you don't have time for the kids except for pictures and videos for social media. Wow. I need to read this again. I need to read this again, guys, because like I said, I haven't read none of this. I just like to read along with you guys. Let me go ahead and read it again. It says, if our kids are with you all the time, I wouldn't have you in court for allowing our over 24 people to watch them. Very scary situation. Somebody let this woman know that other people have facts too. One of them might be Destiny. I don't know, because they all sitting there, they teaming up with each other. But like I said, honey, the truth gonna always find its way back home. They say we have a whole court coming up that says that you don't have time for your kids. You mean Melanie sit there and say that she does not have time for her kids? Wow. Wow. Except for pictures and videos for social media. Wow. Then it went on and saying, I can't see what this saying or saying you walked away from all their friends. Enjoy. Stop saying, yeah, that's what it says. Enjoy. Stop saying you walked away from all these friends. They all walked away from your fakeness. Every one of them will say the same thing about you, fake. And the reason why I was coming on earlier, well, not earlier, around about 7 o'clock, because I wanted to go ahead and talk about it because Stormy, she had came and she had did a video. She had did a live and she had talked about, some stuff that was going on, but I already saw it in the spirit. And I'm going to say allegedly, Stormy, she didn't come out and said it, but what I saw in the spirit is the reason why Stormy and Melanie is upset, because Melanie went and jumped ahead and launched her beauty line, and her child, the baby, the youngest, what y'all call a sugar mama, she got her own line coming up, her beauty line coming up. And we already know when it comes to Stormy been doing this for a long, long time. This is like $1 million business for Stormy. Stormy just didn't woke up overnight and say that I wants to start a beauty line. Stormy was a cosmetologist. So she know what it takes for the hair, the skin, and all this stuff, because she's qualified for this. And like I say, this is only my opinion. This is how I saw it in a vision. That Melanie, when Melanie came and saw Stormy Factory, she probably said, well, look, I might as well come out with my beauty line. And they may have been talking back and forth, because Stormy has said that she was going to come out with something dealing with her child. But Melanie went ahead and did it. I'm going to just leave that open. You guys go figure, take it and run with it. But sooner or later, like I said, if it's true, it's going to come out. But anyone that follows my channel, when I say something, trust me, you can take it to the bank, because there's a reason why Stormy and Melanie is not friends anymore. Okay, so let me go ahead and continue reading. It says, stop saying you were sitting back. You just went on TMZ calling me out my name, but I'm supposed to ignore it? I was showcasing a BB and you don't know how to react. You keep me in your mouth for a storyline. You have to, because no one wanted to film with you. No one wanted to film with Melanie. I thought it was the other way around, but Martell did say no one wanted to film with her. So I guess that's explained why the entire cast, including Stormy, they all was together, except Melanie. But like I said, if all this what Martell is saying is a lie or is the truth, and all what Melanie is saying is her truth, sooner or later, it's going to find its way back home. Because what is hidden in the dark will eventually come to the light. And let me go ahead and continue with this. And Martell said, and then you're saying I'm delaying our court date? How swag? Who am I? The dag judge? Wow. Then Martell went on and said, tracking? You're delusional. I guess you were around me when I took pictures of you and our attorney, Dan Crane. Wow, let me go ahead and show you Dan Crane. So I guess that's who it is, which I already have used it as a thumbnail. For some reason, I can't pull it up right now, but you guys, you know exactly who he is. That was the attorney that Melanie was in a restaurant with. Martell said he had took pictures of that. Let me see if I can pull it up. If I can't pull it up, I'll pull it up later, because this right here, this is some lighting bolts. This is some lighting bolts right here. 2 kids you got rid of? Wow. Was they Martell kids? I don't know. But I know they put it out there. So if they put it out there, they're a free game. So let me go ahead and continue. It says, I'm going to have to read this all over, because like I said, guys, I'm just as stung as you all. This is lighting bolts right here. You're delusional. I guess you weren't around me when I took pictures of you and our attorney, Dan Crane. text message, conversations about hooking up while you were married and he was engaged while you were in our bed sleep. I guess her phone didn't know about timing out. I bet you remember now that you were around me when I saw your brother had COVID. Wow. Mm-mm-mm. Okay, there's more. Fellas, make sure you check names and numbers because Mel have Negroes numbers saved as her friend girl's name and cousin names too. So what Martell is saying that in Melanie's phone log, what she do is she put girls' names, but all the while it's men. Gotta actually read those messages. So I guess that's how he read those messages because he saw girl names like, for instance, Susan, but Susan was really Sam. And when he started reading those messages, he realized that it was a dude. You all stop thinking I did all this crazy ish. Oh, and none of this is alleged. He said, none of this. None of this is alleged. I don't know why I keep showing Tisha picture because I'm trying to sit there and show all the stuff that's going on with Melanie and Martell. And he say all this is not alleged. Wow. So I need to stop saying alleged, huh? But I'm gonna still say alleged. So Mel, if I'm lying, sue me. Woo, my God. If I'm lying, sue me. These are facts, and my witnesses are already on board, all while married. Did you hear this? Martell is saying right now that he's telling Melanie to go ahead and sue me because I have all my witnesses on board. And all this stuff that Melanie was doing while they was married, the pot calling the kettle black. The pot is calling the kettle black. The pot is calling the kettle black. Like I said in here, is only grown folks. So guys, if you just came on, make sure you hit like, comment, and share these videos for more unapologetic content. Because I'm only, like I said there and say, looking from the outside. And just like you all, you air it out, you are free game. And it don't take a child to understand what they are talking about, okay? So let me go ahead and continue because Sunday, these people probably didn't even go to church. They should have went to church and went to the altar. Right here it says, Martell says, crazy. Therapy was for me to attend with my son because you may mess my kids up a little by keeping them away from 56 days while falsely accusing their father of hitting my son 25 times and striking him on the head, causing him to breathe. Whew, I couldn't even breathe. But it said bleed. Martell, he just ran on with that sentence. Let me see if I can read that again. Therapy, he said, crazy therapy was for me to attend with my son because Mel messed my kids up a little by keeping them away for 56 days while falsely accusing their father of hitting my son 25 times and striking him on the head, causing him to bleed. Now, come on, Martell. You got to have some fault with this too. Because, like I said, you also stepped out on your marriage. Now, the way that is said, the only way that we're gonna be able to find out, and that's gonna be next week. The only way that we're gonna find out all this stuff, and that's next week. Because the way that Martell is talking about, that Melanie, she stepped out while they was married. Now, did Melanie step out while she was married when before he stepped out of the marriage with what's her name? Ariane Curry? I don't know, but time gonna tell. Because you know how it is. You know, if you're gonna do it, I could do it too. That's called tick for tack. Like I said there and said, guys, honey, I only can tell you what I already have been through, okay? He told you he told you he bumped his head on the table, shaking my head. You didn't call me to see what happened. You were forced to drop that nonsense in court. So quite obvious right there is letting you know that the judge went ahead and threw that mess out. Wow. This is a lot, guys. Who was watching the kids when you got pregnant twice and had two? That's what I want to know. Who was watching the kids when you got pregnant? Twice? Twice? Two times? Dang, these kids, these people was just sending kids to the slaughterhouse, huh? Two abortions? And I'm gonna sell legend. And Martell may not want to sell legend, but I'm gonna go ahead and sell legend. Because like I said, I don't have that Tasha K kind of money to sit there and wipe my tail like it's toilet tissue. But guys, this right here, this is too much. This is too much. You know, this right here is just too much. You know, and this right here is some lighting bolts. I don't care what Martell, I'm not Martell, what's his name, Solar, Nature Boy, Carbonation, talking about lighting bolts, but this right here is some lighting bolts. You know, twice abortion, going out with the attorney and messing with the frat brothers and all this stuff while they were still married. Oh my God, Lord have mercy. And then the thing about it that these people did all this on a Sunday. At least they could have sat there and say, Lord, let me go ahead and thank God for waking me up this morning and starting me on my way. But these people was thinking about sending each other, man, putting their snakes on each other. This is a lot, guys. This right here is a lot. And I'm trying to go ahead and pull it up, but for some reason I can't pull it up. It's not letting me pull it up. But guys, what you think? Let me go ahead and read some of these comments. Now I don't know who they talking about. Pamela say get off your live. I don't know who she's talking about. So let me go ahead and start. It's so sad for the children, very selfish and irresponsible. Yes, it is sad. It's very sad for to say that the kids got to go through all this, but this right here is what I call the nature of the beast. This is the price of fame. When you go on social media, I mean, when you sitting there, you go on these reality shows, trust me, reality shows is not like you going to be an actress or an actor. You sitting there, you putting your personal business out there on display. So quite obvious, stuff like this going to happen. But according to Martell, Martell sat there and said that Melanie has set him up. He didn't know that he was signing up for this. But Marcel said the same thing. Marcel said that he thought that they was all coming together because they all was trying to get their business back started. That's what Melanie had pitched to them. That's what he said at the reunion. Found out that they was all in each other marriage. But I knew something that was not right. I knew something was not right. But I just was sitting back just watching. Sitting back watching. Because I didn't understand. I said, why, if Melanie and Martell marriage is a wreck and falling apart, even if Marcel is out there cheating on Tisha, that's still not Martell and Melanie business to bring it to the light, to bring it on that reality show. That was not their story. Just because your marriage was falling apart, then you want to go and drag other people in there, in that story. Because just like they say, misery loves company. I didn't understand. That didn't make no sense. Why would they drag Tisha and Marcel in their mess? When Melanie sat there and said that Marcel was cheating on Tisha, even if it was true, that was not Melanie's story to tell. LB say I need them both to get off of social media. Oh, that's what she's talking about. We don't believe you, Marcel. Well, like I said there and say, Marchand Hickman said that she doesn't believe Marcel. Well, like I said, we don't know. We looking from the outside in. We only sitting there going off of what they are saying. But one thing that I do know, when it comes to the truth gonna always find its way back home. And maybe that's why Martell next week gonna have his mom, Miss Marlene, coming on. And I don't think Miss Marlene got a dog in this fight. I don't think she's gonna come out and tell no lie. She gonna come in and she gonna tell the truth, just like kids. Kids gonna tell the truth, and I think she gonna tell her side. But the truth gonna find its way back home. But if everybody is saying the same thing, then it got to be some truth to it. You know, we may not want to see it because we bit off so many lies. But this right here, guys, is the nature of the beast. When you put your life out there, you have to realize you got to be ready. You got to be suited up. Because you're going to go through all types of attacks. All kinds of people is going to go at you. And also, Marshane says, Mel has been dealing with a chemist. She does not have to copy Stormy. Stormy did a live yesterday and said there's no beef with them and that your bloggers be making stuff up. Well, I don't make nothing up because, first of all, I don't blog about these people. I don't blog. I'm not, every video is about Martell and Melanie and Love and Marriage in Huntsville. You don't see no videos about me with them. I only take this mess and turn it into a message. But the truth is going to come out. The truth is going to come out. That's what I was going to go and talk about with this mess that's going on. There's a reason why Stormy came out and said about her business. She didn't actually come out and say it because she knew everything that she said, they're going to go and run with it. But there's a reason. And it's going to come out because the ones that follow me, they know when I speak it, trust me, you can take it to the bank. But it's going to come out. I promise you, it's going to come out. And most likely it's because Stormy is in her lane. When she put up her products on the shelves, that's in her lane because that's what she's been doing for years. That's a multi-million-dollar business. She just didn't jump in the game. She was in the game. Let me read a little more. Leave your comments, guys. If you got any questions, leave it. Child, you are misguided. No, I am not misguided at all. I am not misguided at all. Not at all I'm misguided. And if you guys don't like what I'm saying on here, then you go to a channel that's going to tickle your ears. Because like I said, you know, ain't nobody going to sit there and just jump on a bag and just because you got hate for somebody else. I don't do it like this. Grown folks in here, only grown folks. Only grown folks. I'm not going to sit here and drag someone just like this morning, how you guys was laughing. Grown women, old, grown, miserable women, probably don't even have a husband, talking about using vibrators and all this other stuff. Quite obvious you using vibrators because what man wants to be under all that? All these low vibrational bloggers don't have a pot to you know what and a window to throw it out, but want everybody to go along with them. Talking about Martell penis, comparing his penis with his son. That's sick. And you trying to tell me to get off live? I don't know if you're talking about my live. And if I'm mistaken, I apologize. But honey, nobody run nothing over here. Nobody runs nothing over here because I'm going to call it like it is. And this is sick. This is sick. What you need to do is go on that live, that blogger, which I'm not going to name her. I'm not going to call her name out. But that's what you guys need to do. Go on that blogger and find out, because trust me, Martell Holt's gonna get a hold of that video, how they comparing him with his son penis. That's sick. Miserable people. Miserable people. What person gonna do something like that but miserable people? No way in the world I would do that. I don't give a care if I don't like a man. Because I don't care. Because first of all, none of these people know these people from a can of paint. They going off of this reality show. And you want to sit there and bringing kids in. Kids should be off limit. Nowhere in the world you should be comparing this man, saying this man is jealous of his own son. That's sick people. Only sick people. And I hope Martell gets a hold of that. Not only Martell, Melanie gets a hold to it as well and sue the heck out of them. Because it's time for this stuff to stop. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. And when you want to do something like that, that's sick. That's really sick. You know, who want to do something like that? But yet you want to sit there and you want to, like I say, the truth gonna find its way. You don't have to worry about that. The truth gonna always find its way back home. But we don't have to make up stuff, because I know on here, honey, I don't have to make up nothing. I am power packed, a prayer warrior. Could see straight through it. And when I call it, trust me, you can take it to the bank. When I call it, you can take it to the bank. And that's real talk. That's real talk. I saw this stuff right here in the spirit. And that's why I didn't say not one thing. I didn't say one thing, because I know the truth gonna always find its way back home. The truth gonna always find its way back home. That's why I didn't have to say a thing about this, because I know the truth was gonna find its way back home. Because like I say, honey, one thing I know is that whatever you put out there in the atmosphere, trust me, it's going to come back to you. You reap what you sow. And you people are very too involved in these people's life. Too involved in these people's life. And by they out there putting it all on social media, then you cannot stop someone from picking it apart. But when you sit there and start dragging kids in it, talking about this man penis, talking about this man got a small penis, grown women, but yet at the same time talking about art and vibrators. And the only reason why they're doing that, because most likely they don't have a husband. No man don't want that. Them low vibrated women where they got to go out there and get a vibrator, because ain't no man want them. Miserable people. That's sad. That sucks. That sucks. I'm trying to pull up. Pam says, God will reveal the truth at his time. And yes, crazy. I am married, have a great husband. Yes, pray for them. That's it. It's sick, but true at time. Even sicker. A man talks about his wife cheated and so on. Plus well, I'm not going to say that a son, that the truth, adultery is no joke. But want me to tell you something? It's not death. It's not until kingdom come. It's not until death. Because one thing about the God that I serve a true and living God. And we all, no matter what mistakes that we have done, none of us are righteous. We all was once dirty rags, but saved by God's amazing grace. None of us have arrived. We all have skeletons in the closet. It's just a thing about it is that theirs are on display. We got ours. We could talk all kind of smack because we don't have our life on display. So quite obvious, stuff like this is going to happen. You know? But like I said there and say, the truth is going to find its way back home, as you can see, because you cannot hide. You know? Whatever you put out there, trust me, it's going to come back. Like they say, you reap what you sow. You reap what you sow. But it's sad when we got grown, old, miserable women sitting there talking about these children, talking about this man penis, talking about this man's son penis. And I promise you, if Martell and Melanie get a hold to that video and get a hold to that video, that live they did, talking smack, I promise you that channel will be coming down, because first of all, you don't do stuff like that. Kids are off limits. And no matter how we try to pick a side, one thing about the truth have no side but the truth, and nothing but the truth. And it's going to come to the light. It's going to come to the light, because Martell already has said, if Melanie have any concern about what I post, sue me. Sue me. And if that's not true, she can, because that's defamation of character. But he's sure of his game. And he got people to prove. I promise you, people talks. You think people are your friends, they will laugh in your face. But honey, they be saving all kinds of stuff for such a day like this. And I'm pretty sure Carlos, we already know when it comes to Carlos King is very messy. Carlos King is messy, messy, messy. And if he can bring these women with the receipts on the show, he's going to do it. He's going to do it. And most likely, and I'm going to say allegedly with this, most likely Martell had gave Carlos King an ultimatum. Either you put this on the show, or I'm going to Real Housewives of Atlanta. And most likely that's why Sheree is in the picture. And you can take that to the bank. Martell probably told Carlos King, if you don't put these receipts on that show and clean up my image, how they have messed me up, got these people stalking me and my children, going and trying to jeopardize my life. If you don't clean this mess up, I'm off of this show. I'm off of this show, because without me on this show, it won't be no show. And most likely Carlos King, because you know how he plays dirty. Remember him and Phaedra Parks and Candy and all this stuff with Portia, all this stuff was going on. Carlos King, he don't mind playing dirty. So he probably sat there and he came to call Martell and say, okay, bring your receipts. Show your receipts. And Martell probably say, look, I want it on this show. And I want my mom on this show too, because you know when it comes to Miss Marlene, Miss Marlene, she don't get in mess like that. She's not like Miss Wanda, because you know Miss Wanda, she gets in her children's mess, her daughter's mess. But it got to take a lot for Miss Marlene to get in Martell's mess. Will she say that's her baby and she's going to fight for her baby? But she also loved Melody. But when it comes between her son getting dragged by these miserable, hateful, demonic demons out there, oh, honey, mother going to come on board. Mother going to come on board. And most likely that's what happened. Pam says, let me go finish reading what Pam Scott says. Like I said there and say, honey, in here I speak truth. We all sin. We do, but prayer is the best answer, and keeping our views, opinions, and comments on folks. Yes, that's crazy. Talking sexual implicated stuff shouldn't be. Yes, leave the kids out of it. Amen. And Pam also says, as a man, he shouldn't want to post anything about his kids' mother. Two wrongs don't make it right. You are absolutely right, Pam. You are absolutely right. But how long you going to continue letting people just drag you through the mud without saying anything? That happened to me. When this girl that has took my money from me on this internet, Me and my daughter was watching this girl drag me to the mud. And my daughter say, Mom, you're not going to say anything? You're going to let this girl just drag you like this? You need to come up and tell your truth. And when I came forth and told my truth and showed my receipts, then they knew who was the lying person, who was the liar. Because I didn't have to lie, not with stuff like this. So you think that Martell is going to constantly, especially on this show, where the whole world seeing all this stuff, messing up his business opportunities and not say anything? This dude got to live just like everybody else. Like you said, the truth will be revealed. That's a lie. Martell isn't that relevant on the show. Are you serious? We shall see. You're right. We shall see. I'm not saying, like I said, I'm not Team Melanie. I'm not Team Martell. I'm all for the truth, seeing the truth. And one thing when it comes to the truth does not need defending. Because the truth's going to always find its way back home. Always. Whether it's today or tomorrow, the truth's going to find its way back home, because whatever you threw out there in that atmosphere, it's going to come right back to you. Karma always knows your address. Karma will always know his address. And just like Martell has said, right here, he said that Melanie, this right here, this is fighting words right here. This is fighting words. Martell said, who was watching the kids when you got pregnant twice and had to? Who was watching the kids when you got pregnant twice and had to? What is he talking about? What is he talking about? But time is going to tell. Time is going to tell. And these people got a lot to answer for. Because all these kids that they sent to the slaughterhouse, you don't know. That kid could have been a doctor. That kid could have been a lawyer or the next president of the United States. Who gave you the right to make that decision? When you are grown people going out there knowing if you drive a car without gas and not protected, you know exactly that car is bound to stop. And we're not talking about people that don't have it all, slow people. We are talking about people that have college degree, people that are teachers, professionals. So you know exactly what's going to happen. We are not talking about teenage kids. And that's why they say, when you throw a rock at someone or you dig a ditch for someone, you better make sure you dig a ditch for yourself, because you might fall in it as well. You might fall in that ditch as well. This is sad. This is a sad day. But like I say, this is the nature of the beast. This is the nature of the beast. This is the price of fame. Do you think that the devil is going to allow you to enjoy all this stuff when it didn't come through the front door? Do you think that the devil is going to allow you to enjoy all this stuff without a price? The price is severely. And as you can see, he will give you all this stuff, put you up so high, just to pull that rug right from under you. And the fall is worse than going up. That's why you have to be careful who holding your ladder. Because the same ones that's holding your ladder is the same ones that's going to shake your tail right off. Because whatever is in the dark will eventually comes to the light. So now they have to ask themselves, is it worth it? Clout chasing, is it worth trying to climb to that ladder, trying to uh, become so successful, and don't care who they step on to get it? Was it worth it? Because the only ones that's going to get hurt at the end, and that's those babies. The only ones that's going to get hurt at the end, and that's those kids. And I talked about this so many times. The devil is after these kids. He's after these kids. We have to learn to protect our kids. We have to protect our kids. Sheila said he did all of this to himself. Now he's broken. It could be. It could be. I don't know. I only can go by what they put out. I only can talk about what they put out. But what I see right here, wow, this is a lot. This is a lot. And trust me, I wasn't even ready for it myself. And I don't know these people from a can of paint. But this is a lot. Going out there, living reckless, aborting babies. That's a lot. You're going to have to answer for that. These people going to answer for it. Selling their soul. Selling their soul. Chasing after that money. I told you guys that's the mark of the beast. Didn't I tell you all? Money was the mark of the beast. Money is the only thing that will make a person lose their soul, lose their mind, throw their own mama, their own children under the bus for almighty dollars. But they're going to have to answer for that. They're going to have to answer for that, because I'm pretty sure all this stuff that we are talking about right now is going to be on that TV show. Carlos King gonna make sure that he got all the footage, because I'm pretty sure Martell had to run all this through the producers. You think Martell could just come on and post some stuff, even though that's his personal page? No. All this stuff have to come out. And you know, on own network, Oprah is not going to jeopardize her network of getting sued behind this BS. So they got to come out with the receipts. They got to come out with the receipts. Absolutely, Sheila. Money is the root of all evil. Not money, but the love of money. The love of money is the root of all evil. And everybody asking, what is the mark of the beast? Money. I asked the Father, I asked the Most High God, well, God, how can we live without money? God told me to tell you guys, don't let money consume you. Don't let money take your life, your soul. Because money is the only one, the only thing, that little piece of paper is the only thing will make you go on a corner and sell your soul, your body, cause you to sit there and just live a reckless life if you're not a good steward with money. And most likely that's why the Most High God have not given us money. Some people asking and praying, God, God, if you only allow me to win the lottery, God, I won't ask you for nothing else. If you will win the lottery today, I promise you, you will lose your mind. If you will win the lottery today, you will lose your mind. Just like these people sat there and lost their mind, lost their soul because of money, the love of money. That's sick. That's sick. And like I said, guys, I'm team right. It may not sound like it to you, but I'm team right. Because this is my ministry. Even though I'm taking the foolish things of this world to confound the wise, taking this mess and turning it into a message. This is my ministry. Jesus did it. His disciples did it. Paul, he met people at their level. Jesus fed the natural body before he fed the spiritual body. First, you got to catch the fish in order to clean the fish. And people love drama. Our people love drama, which I tell you guys all the time. Drama is just a distraction. These people wants to distract you. These people will have you to come on TV to make a mockery out of you, but yet they laughing all the way to the bank. And you should feel so embarrassed. So I hope you another Candy Boris where you know how to invest your money properly, because it's going to be a day where you won't even have none of this. It's going to be gone and you ain't got nothing to show for it, but just being embarrassed, was humiliated, made yourself look like a fool, a buffoonery. Nothing out of the deal, nothing you can show for. And these kids, they gonna grow up one day. These kids got to grow up one day and they gonna see all this. They gonna see all this. And want me to tell you something? These kids ain't gonna have nothing to do with you. You just gonna be some miserable, lonely people because you ruined these kids' life. Ruining these kids' life. And you wondering why your kids are acting up. They may not verbally tell you what's going on, but kids, they like sponges. They hold all this stuff in. They hold all this stuff in. But guys, I'm going to go ahead and close it out. But on this note, all I could just sit there and tell you guys, grown folks, take your hands off of these kids. Stop selling your soul for almighty dollars. Because none of this stuff is not worth it. All this right here is just a tick for tack. That's all it is. Is it worth it? So guys, on that note, you all be blessed and you all have a good day. Enjoy the rest of your day. Happy blessed Sunday.